Hello everyone and welcome back to the Berserk manga read-through, where today we're reading the prototype, which in this place that I'm reading, the manga is known as chapter 99.5. Now, I assume that might be, not necessarily an official chapter number, but what we are aware of at least is apparently the prototype was a bonus chapter added to volume 14, so while it's not part of the official canon, it's not to be taken seriously as true to the storyline. It was put in the volume right at the end of volume 14, so I guess this is the time that we read it and we reflect on Miura's prototype phase for what Berserk could have been. We'll see what types of concepts were discarded, what was changed, which is actually quite interesting. So we get a peek at what came before the official, Black Swordsman arc. We get to see those the concepts and ideas that might have been left behind or ones that were changed, all that kind of stuff. And going back to that 80s Berserk early Miura art style as well. So it's cool to see we've got a different image of Guts. I mean, it's recognizable for sure, but it's definitely different. So as we read this at the end of last episode, before we stopped, this story is a submission piece created by Kentaro Miura during college in 1988, which became the basis for what is now Berserk. The establishment of details, worldview, and whatnot differs at points from the Berserk series being published today, but the intent is still present in this early incarnation. This story is set after the conclusion of the Band of the Hawk story arc, which I guess is what we know as, it's the end of the Golden Age story arc. So, it's not we ended on a cliffhanger of sorts last episode, chapter 99, where we're dealing with the bug demons right now. So I was I wonder if this is actually going to be a prototype storyline that involved that, and it kind of continued on from that, because I'm trying to place it in the story. But we're going to treat it, obviously, it's not canon. Different ideas, different story, all that kind of stuff. It's more this is an interlude before I get back to the main story, because as you can see, this is clearly not where we left off in the actual storyline. Oh, there's an eye patch on him. So we see this pathway filled with impaled skeletons. These bodies have been here for a long time. That's a little much for scarecrows. Oh wow, he looks much better without an eye patch. That's funny though, that he was drawn with one. Oh, Puck is still a character, there you go. What, you scared Puck? Oh wow. Got a group of interesting looking characters, and a woman with a sword between her legs. Don't move, move and I'll split you in two, starting with the sweet spot. You don't want to be cut in half, do you? Then you'll get skewered, like them up on that hill. Just on our skewers, ha ha ha. Oh god. Terrible joke, as we see an arrow flying through the air. It goes right in the back of the skull, pierces right out of the forehead. Ah, ow, arrow? Oh. Boss! Oh, arrow through the back of the... Oh, that's painful. Right out of the back of the mouth, and one through the back of the eye. 3 perfectly placed arrows in the back of all of their skulls as they fall to the ground. Wow, look at this. This is so different. Well, not really so different, but the crossbow is... he's actually wielding that. It's not part of his... not attached to his arm. I wonder if that means he's got the metal arm or not. It is currently obscured. He's got a crossbow that he wields instead. What the hell? There's nothing here. At least carry some food, stingy little... Watch out! Is what she's saying. He spins around... Oh man, it's been a while since we've seen it being drawn like this, where when he does those things, Miura draws the impaling, like severs the body, and you just see it spin from the impact. Guts loving a bit of Beyblade action with someone's upper torso. It just spins and smashes on the ground. Wow. Amazing sword. See ya. I get food for this. Got it? Oh, he's taking it back home. Why is Guts drawn like a One Piece character? He does have the metal arm. All right, confirmation of the metal arm, and it's still got the cannon. Like, it still latches down. Cool. So his design is actually mostly the same, except with an eye patch and not the crossbow on the arm. But yeah, he just looks like he looks like he's drawn like a One Piece character. Maybe it's the eye patch giving me the pirate look, but you know. Hey, keep your distance, shorty. Huh? You don't need to get so close, you jerk. Oh, this? Alright, a little breathing room. Hello, Puck. Mostly the same. Oh, so cute. An elf? I've never seen one. He's just an annoying pest. Kicks him in the nose. Guts is drawn way more comically in this, which is very interesting. He's like, we've seen expressive Guts before, but this is almost like in every panel that we're seeing it. We're on a horse. How am I supposed to distance myself? Then you get off and walk, Guts. Shut up, I'm hungry here. Keep screaming, I'll boil and eat you. Don't yell at that poor thing. Stupid. That's right. What? I thought you'd be scarier. But I guess I was wrong, since an elf is this close to you. Don't say I'm like a pet. You couldn't be a bad man. I wonder. Uncle! Fricka! What in the world? Why have you come back? Fricka! It's Fricka! Mom, it's Fricka! Something must be up. Fricka! Mom, Dad! How? I thought we'd never... The wagon was attacked by bandits. It was what? That man rescued me. Bet he just wanted food, though. Vlad Tepes. What's that? It's what we call our Fifth Lord. He's a madman. Insane. Excuse me, Dracula? What? Vlad Tepes? Excuse me? We got Dracula... Berserk crossover? It was over 10 years ago, during a war with a neighboring country, the Lord took 500 prisoners, impaled every last one of them on wooden stakes, and lined them up along the border. Not just soldiers either, women, children, priests, all of them. I figured they weren't scarecrows. Even after 10 years, we have been commanded not to remove them. They still stand on the hill at the border. But even wartime was better than now. When the Lord ran out of enemies, he began turning his hand against his own people. Several years ago, a sinister rumor started going around that the Lord was gathering young women from within his domain and butchering them night after night. No one believed it at first, but after a time, a girl's corpse surfaced in the river running behind the castle, a corpse skewered from its head through its torso. The story is that the Lord gathers girls to be maidservants. 4 already chosen from the village, and not one has come back safely. And so, the 5th one's your daughter, right? She could have just run away. What a fool. Dear. Fricka. Then another girl would probably be taken. I know that, but still. So sad. One more, ma'am. One more, ma'am, and then I swear when I'm done I'll go back to chasing after the One Piece treasure. Oh, what's the matter, everyone? Ma'am, we'd like a word with him. Slam it down on the table. Kill the Lord? Hey. You ain't really serious, are ya? Give me a break. That's the last thing I thought you'd say. Listen up. Killing the Lord means taking on that entire castle myself. Even if I sneak in, I'm dead if they find me. It's stupid. Why should I put my life on the line for people I don't even know? But there will be a due reward. Ha! A tiny village like this couldn't reward me much. Please, avenge my granddaughter. The girl who was found in the river was her granddaughter. I beseech you, avenge. Guards. Sorry, old lady. You've got nothing to do with just and generous chivalry. I could care less. God, he's such a slime ball, how he's been drawn in this. He's so sleazy looking. Like, he looks like a, if I was to relate him to a Band of the Hawk member, he's very much like, what's his face? Oh, man. Caucus. I mean, he gives me, he's just like, this could be Caucus. He's just a little slime ball, you know? Okay, I'll be going now. What a low thing to say. I knew it'd be useless. He calls himself a knight? How could you? What a thing to say. Why not help them? Pipe down. Jerk, 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 jerk! What gives? The old lady who had a family member killed, you should understand her feelings the most. She'll forget eventually once she goes senile. Black Knight! What? I'm sorry, I went and told everyone that you're a very powerful knight. That's why they said all those unreasonable things. I'm sorry, it's my fault. I didn't really care. Also, what? Could I take something of yours with me? And they're both just like, well, I ain't got much to offer, just weapons. Anything would do. Is that a no? Oh. Is he pulling off the eye patch? He is pulling off the eye patch. Wow, will this do? Thank you. Oh, cool. And then we get the eye patchless guts. There you go. And now he just looks like him. Except drawn in a much earlier style. What? You want to save her, right? Don't you, Mr. Black Knight? Don't care. Selfish scumbag. Why are you always like this? Only caring about bitterness. You don't ever give a damn for what's around you. You're gonna live for nothing but dead people. You shouldn't do that. It's sad. Guys, plugs that. What? Oh. My mother had her innards ripped out and eaten by them while she was still alive. She was torn apart. She became a piece of meat right in front of me. Guts. Hurts. Sorry, Puck, but that's all I've got. Killing them is all that keeps me going. I ain't got no life to spare for other people. Guts. Nice, and the woman in the carriage, girl in the carriage with the eye patch riding off in the distance. There she goes. Ooh, that's... Look at that. Looks like the brand of sacrifice, except curvy. Smooth. With a complete circle over the bottom. That crest was... Ooh, is she related to... I guess it'll be involved with the castle, right? Like the castle's crest. Well, off she goes. She's going into the castle to be the maidservant, I guess. So she's being transported over there, and that's why she's got the eye patch. Well done. You may leave, guards. Is this literally going to be a Dracula right now? Vlad Tepes? Oh. Welcome, girl. That's not what I looked... No, that's not what I expected at all, but that's okay. That's Vlad Tepes? So young. Come closer and show me your face. I can't stop moving. Oh wow, it's like sort of like a mind control element. Beautiful and full of life too. Such cold hands. And that smell. It's like something's rotting. He's not human. I mean, what do you expect? Are we getting... Is this a vampire story and fucking Guts is a vampire hunter? It does not... I mean, it's a unique take on Dracula, if so. It doesn't look like him. More so like... This is giving me more of like a... Considering this is the prototype before the Black Swordsman arc was written, it's... I believe it would probably be fair to say there'd be elements from the Black Swordsman arc that would be reused from this, or like changed or updated. So this is actually giving me more of like a count, like the count from the Black Swordsman arc vibes, in terms of like, you know, appearance and the castle and all that kind of stuff. Funnily enough, Count Dracula? Count Vlad Tepes? But he's not referred to as a count, just as a lord. But he's a monster. He's not human. No. Oh wow, that... the arrow. Another familiar, accurate arrow. Making its way into the eye of the Lord. Would it be a good idea to skewer yourself now and then? I'd be happy to put an eye patch on you. He whips out the crossbow once again. Black Knight! Yo, I have a little business to deal with Baldy there. Why does he do this? I don't know what this is. Obviously some sort of like thing that you do. As like, I don't know, he's done that to her twice now. He's just like, what's up? Oh, how gallant. Who are you? As he's pulling the fucking eyeball out of his socket with the arrow. You ain't dying. Shoots another one right through the mouth. So it looks like I ain't got the wrong guy. No matter. Whoever you are, I won't let you live after shooting at me. Black Knight! Oh, it's transformation time? Oh, what the fuck? Oh, this dude must have I guess he's got telekinetic powers because that's how he was able to make the girl walk towards him, because it looks like he was just having a bunch of shit just thrown at him through the sky. He blocks it with the crossbow, almost gets him too. Ow! Dodging just swords and spears and halberds and arrows and all of that stuff as he gets pushed right into a column. He actually gets fairly pinned down by them too. A trifle. I thought he would provide more enjoyment, but humans die so soon. You really do seem to like impaling, lardass. Guts. He's fine. Oh, it's right in the middle. Don't get worked up. The fun's just starting. God damn. Busts on out. We got our big slab of iron getting ripped out as well. Now it's your turn. I'm gonna mince you up, Dog of Wana. Damned whelp! Oh, we've got transformation time. Then we go. Destroys the entire flooring. The Lord of we who are not human. Oh, hang on. Sorry. Wait a minute. So he says Dog of Wana. He says something or spitting out some blood, and that triggers this reaction. Damned whelp! How do you know that name? The Lord of we who are not human, the most powerful god of this world, the name of the ancient god of darkness, Vwana. Boy, who the hell are you? Yeah, this is giving me like, he looks very different, obviously. He's essentially a rancor with devil horns and hairy pants. But it's definitely still giving me like the same sort of like transformation as like the Count in the in the chambers. And then you could even see that this could have been like repurposed as like this storyline as like, you could include the Count's daughter instead being like witnessing the fight. So there's definitely parts of this that are like very similar of what we've already read in the Black Swordsman arc. That's crazy, Guts, as he's just jumping on the like telekinetically levitated parts of the ground. Let's do this, hog ball. Slices right through a whole like massive rock with no effort. Smacks him and cuts him across the cheek. You bastard! Well done. I praise you for getting this far, but after all, you're only human. This is your limit. And grabs him. No! Didn't I say I was gonna mince you? Ah, and here we go. The old cannonball arm shoots him right in the face. Eyeballs, as per usual. Funnily enough, though, he gets his eyeball back, which I didn't notice. Obviously, he had the arrow. I guess it just regenerates or something. Demon eyeballs are different. He's smoking out of his mouth, and this finishes it! Oh, wow, and there's the big old slice right through him like butter. You see the blood and guts pouring out the back of him, too. That's a great shot. He made quick work of this one, though. Like, the Count put up an incredible fight. He did it. Impossible. There's no way a human could beat me. An apostle of Vuana. No way. Oh, wow. So, an apostle of Vuana. So, obviously, we're seeing, like, we're not taking any of this as canon. I'm not, like, latching onto anything that's different here. But it's just cool to see the differences in, like, there's still, like, the apostle stuff and that. But just this name, and like, instead, like, the apostle of Vuana. No way. Ah! It is the brand of sacrifice. The symbol, and it's on his chest. Oh, wow. So the new one looks much better. It's a lot more, like, sharp and imposing on the skin, instead of one that, like, when I saw that, I was like, oh yeah, that looks like, it looks similar to the brand of sacrifice, but it looks like a it does look like a sigil to the castle instead. That's the brand. And the fucking Vlad Tepes just parades it around on his carriages and stuff. So the placement is different and the symbol is different. Instead of it being on the neck, it's on the chest, where Casca's symbol was placed, on the other side. Who else but a human would hate you bastards this much? That's the brand of sacrifice to Vuana. A human's... Guts, hurry, it's collapsing! Guts! Holy fuck. And then they leave. God damn. Ruthless. Thank goodness. It ain't about you. I just killed my enemy, that's all. What? Nope, it's nothing. Guts sure was scary then. A lot more than Vuana's apostle. He looks so sinister. Let's go. I'll give him as much flesh and blood as they want. Ain't you even gonna get those wounds treated some? While I'm at it, I'll jam some steel into their heads. And that's the end of the prototype, which brings Volume 14 of Berserk to an end. That was a very interesting insight into early Berserk. I actually really liked that. Seeing like the art style jump back in time, back to the late 80s was very interesting. But I mean, the design, overall design of him didn't need to change much at all. You can tell that Miura had already really refined the look of the character that he wanted, with only minor changes. But that's really cool. Puck's still obviously a character, and it just starts off, establishing Guts as the Black Swordsman, and then obviously the Golden Age comes later. So that's the end of the prototype, chapter 99.5. So we'll bring this episode to a close. Nice, short and sweet one. But next time, we'll be starting volume 15 with chapter 100. And that's going to be a lot of fun. So we'll pick up where the story left off last episode with the elf bugs, demon bugs, and we'll see how that goes. So thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you then.